Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. This is really exciting for me. I am doing a collaboration with Two Utes Transplanted. This is going to be a Dollhouse miniature collab every Monday at 12 noon Eastern Time in the month of August. So let me share with you what I'm doing. This is a room scene, a attic room scene that I created about, I want to say 20 something years ago, when I was involved in dollhouse miniature groups within my local areas. And I paid to do this. This was a whole weekend thing and it was a lot of fun. It took 3 days to create, but I'm going to show you some of the things that I created so you could try to make them yourself as well. Okay, so the first thing we're going to talk about is this, and this is a pillowcase from the Dollar Tree. Now I did purchase this to cut out circles for carpets, because you see it's like perfect circles for carpets. Yeah, so I'm still going to do that, but what I used it this time around for my attic scene, I'll show you. I used the fabric as a base because I wanted something kind of light, because I was going to use this from the Dollar Tree, this material. Here we go. So I used the fuzzy, I call it the fuzzy. Do I still have, I don't even know if I still have, yeah, I do. Here we go. So it's the just chenille, and I used the cocoa. This is from the Dollar Tree. And I just simply glued it and made lines. Line by line, line by line. And I wanted to have some color in the back, so it would give it a little bit more depth and a little bit more interest. And I think that's what I was able to accomplish. So I wanted to make this kind of rug for the attic because I didn't want anything fancy. This is an attic scene and I wanted it to be true to that. Now this is very fuzzy. When you cut the chenille, you're going to have fuzzies all over the place, but I think it did really well as far as the effect. And these are still available at the Dollar Tree as well for $1.25. All right, now the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to show you this. Now this is a door that I created out of, just recyclables, cardboard paper from, I think it might have been I want to say a cereal box. So I painted it using this paint, this washable kids paint, because that's what I had on hand. And I did many layers of this paint. I also cut up different strips from the cardboard to get the effect for this door. As you can see, it has like the different crossings here. Then for this, and this for the door, it's just jewelry findings. So I want to place this door right about here. Now to do that, I'm going to have to use some of my tacky wax to see if I can make it stick. Okay, first I want to gauge it. So 1, 2, 3, right about there. So I'm going to put it here on the wood because I want it to stick. So I'm putting it right here on the wood. And I enjoy using tacky wax versus the blue tacky, because the blue tacky does leave color behind on stuff, just from experience. Okay, so now I press that gently and the door is going to stay. As you can see, look, the door is going to stay. And so far so good. I think it looks good. So this is what I use, the Bard's Tacky Wax. I like to use the Bard's, and there's another brand that I get from miniatures.com. It's just a clear tacky wax you could probably get from almost anywhere. And it heats up nicely with the heat from your own hand. Okay, now the next thing I want to add to the room, now that I have this, secured there very nicely, is a project, because I've been working on these. Is a project that I worked on, and I'll put the link up above, or I'll also put it, it's in my playlist, is this miniature storage holder for a tree. Now I had this dollhouse miniature tree that had seen better days. I mean, it was all kinds of messed up, but I didn't want to throw it away because I knew I could do something with it. So I decided to create a holder for it, and I do have a separate video for this. So you can go check it out. And I used this container that had these macaron what do you call these? Markers? Mark around markers to create this. And then I used the fabric, this was Dollar Tree fabric, and glue to create this whole look. So I'm going to put my tree here, because that's something that you could normally find in an attic. Now the next thing that I want to share is this project that I created. And some of my little things came out, of course. Okay, so this project that I created, and I do have a video for it. So I made the box. Let me show you what's inside the box, okay? So it's just a little piece of wood. We have a lamp. We have a little music player. We do have this little bubble gum and a book. And then these were from the Dollar Tree. I'm sorry. These were from the Dollar Tree. And I just cut them. They're decorative straws. And they look like what? Wrapping paper. Yeah. And I made this box out of just, you know, cardboard. Like leftover recycling cardboard stuff. So here we're going to put this here. And then you guys can go check out that video as well. I'm going to put this. Actually, you know what? I'm going to put this right here for now. Then I just made, so I made the carpet last night. I finished up the door last night because I had to give it a couple of more coats to get that look that I wanted, this nice rich look. Then this morning, which is still kind of drying, I made this table. Now this table is made from an old bangle, wood bangle, that I no longer use. Here's scrapbook paper, and I layered it up 2 times just to give it a little bit more weight. The top is this really pretty wood that I got from the Dollar Tree, floral ribbon, 18 feet. You can use whatever you want for it, and I just glued it down. Because I wanted to use things that I had here at home, and as you could tell, it's still trying to dry because I just did that, and I was thinking about what kind of topper I wanted, and I wanted something that would not fight with the rest of the colors in here, but would coordinate with the green and what have you. So there you go. So I'm putting this right here. Let's move this over a little bit, and now I'll put the table right here, okay? Alright, so we're going to put the table right there. Then I'm going to put this on the table. There we go. So hopefully you guys can see all that. Then the next thing I made from before, and I have a video, the same video for this. I made this picture. This is from Shein, from these little books that they have at Shein. They're great for little dollhouse miniature pictures and all kinds of things. It's just real cool. And they got a whole bunch of different kinds, okay? And I used 2, you know, pieces of random wood that I had, and I colored them with a dark pencil and glued them down, and then I reinforced the picture with another heavier stock. So I'm going to put this little guy here. Then again, same video, I show you how to make this little statue. Let me see if I can show you this little statue. So I'm hoping I was sharing everything with you properly. I'm at a very weird angle. I'm sorry. All right. I put him back here. There we go. Okay, then I made this little statue. This was a pendant. I just cut off the top, put a piece of wood, and you can see the wood. Then I colored it with pencil around the edge, and then I put some scrapbook paper that reminded me a little bit of, you know, dirt stuff. They're like dirt girl dirt. Okay, so I'll put him there. Okay, so I hope you guys can see everything. Then last night I made this. I made this really, really pretty tinsel wreath for my dollhouse. Now the way I made this is I used an old thinner, because you know they come in different sizes. I had one that was half that size, thin washi, and the washi just wasn't working anymore, because if you don't use your washi up quickly, it just doesn't stick anymore. So I didn't want to throw it away. I knew I could recycle it, so I was able to use that as a base to make this wreath. Now I made the wreath with this tinsel that I purchased. I just did a video, a haul from, oh my gosh, what is this place called? Santa Barbara Studio Design. And I got this. This is a Michael and Company tinsel, and it was on clearance, and I got like 5 of them. And so I can use it for projects just like this. I love that vintage look. So I wrapped this up, I think, about 4 or 5 times. So I'm going to put her right there. because I wanted a little bit of color. You see that? Cute, right? I know. Then I went through my carpeting because I wanted to add something else to it for this particular day, for this project for today. And I chose a carpet because I have many oriental carpets. I've shown the collection before on a different video, but I chose this one because I felt it worked with the greens. I didn't want it to work against anything. And I wrapped it up a little bit with, I cut the edge of this ribbon so I can wrap it in this brown. Then I wanted to place it over here because this is something that normally sometimes you would find in a attic, a wrapped up carpet. And I also made this, but I'm not done with it. So I have the tinsel from Dollar Tree, and I wrapped up these